Hi, I'm Frank Klezitz with Vyral Marketing. Welcome to this episode of the Vyral Marketing Show. Today on the show, you're going to learn how to use Facebook Live for some of your videos with the right plugin that you need to make it happen for a real live two-way conversation, as well as how to proactively reach out to the people who watch your videos so you get business. So welcome to episode 2 of the Vyral Marketing Show. I got my friend Andrew Alex here, who is actually Scott's cousin, who you met on episode 1. And I just want to share before we get into the show, one of the coolest things with the video marketing work that we do for you, so we edit your videos here at Vyral Marketing, is on our very first episode, when we got our footage back, it actually kind of looked pretty flat. I actually want to kind of cut to some B-roll here, we call it, as you can see pop on the screen, of here's what the first footage looked like. All right. Then we took it further into the editing. I want to share with you the beauty, and this is the artist in me with video, the beauty of what happens when you actually color correct the footage, or you could call it color grading the footage. And this is what the video looks like afterwards with the color grading. And let's play a little example of the B-roll with that. See the big difference, how the colors pop? Again, that's just me being the creative person, but that can be done inside editing, right? As long as you have a camera that gives enough data in the footage to make it happen. I just want to show that to you really quick. Take a look over here on my editing software. This is Adobe Premiere. And what you can see here is a whole bunch of dials and everything. But our video person, James, say hi, James.
Hi.
Is right behind the camera. And he took that footage and went in. Oh, Scott has a question. Hang on, Scott. What we're going to do here is you can see he edited all these little contrast and shadows and whites and blacks with the color wheel and really made that footage pop wonderfully. That's us from last episode. So I want to share that for you. That's something we could do here at Vyral Marketing, is color correct that footage so it looks good when you send it in. It's one of the benefits of being a client. So here at Vyral Marketing, the purpose of this show is to help educate business owners, entrepreneurs, more importantly our clients watching this, of how to attract business with educational, helpful content. Basically just reduce the pain of growing a business. Right. So you don't have to so more people know who you are basically when you reach out to them, when they reach out to you. And on our website, you could download the actual video marketing plan we recommend for all of our clients. I call it the database reset, how to reset your database. On the website, it's called the official video marketing plan. It's on our website. It will share how to reconnect with your database, your audience, the people you know, your customers, your past clients, your prospects, how to build your database, how to communicate with it, and then how to proactively work it. So make sure you get a copy of that. So today on the show, we're going to answer 2 questions, and let's ask who's up for the first question? Let's hear it.
All right, Frank, so my question is, as a busy team leader who is caught in the daily grind of, staying in the business, how do you set the time and be accountable to that follow-up that we're supposed to be doing when we get the follow-up reports? Or if you're not going to do it yourself, how do you systematize it or delegate it to someone else?
All right, Josh, thanks so much for your question. By the way, in your video, you look fantastic. I believe you're shooting that on the webcam we recommend, which is the Logitech C920 webcam. You look great, sound great too. I would just probably recommend maybe you look more directly at the camera so you're not looking up, getting framed better, but that's something we can work with you here at Vyral when we interview you on your videos so we get you framed right. But your question is a great question. Josh is a team leader, that's a recruiter for a real estate brokerage, and his job is to go out and recruit real estate professionals to come work at his brokerage. And the way he's doing that is through a video blog following the marketing plan that we recommend of educating the real estate professionals in his area about how to better serve clients, how to better buy and sell homes, how to sell and how to market, how to build a business, how to be successful. And that's great. So I would assume your goal, Josh, is to get more people to your brokerage is the ultimate goal here.
Right.
And what we find with the video marketing plan is, you reconnect with Josh reconnected with his recruits. Said, I want to keep you educated what's going on, how to grow your business. He's asking for emails to ask permission to stay in touch from the people he speaks with. He's sending out educational video content. But his question is specifically the last part of the plan about how to proactively follow up and make calls and reach out to the people that are actually engaging with the content. And that's really where you get the proactive benefit of reaching out to people to know who you are to see if you can spark some business conversations as opposed to up to the point of just shooting the videos, waiting for those business conversations to come to you. So let's talk about his first question is time blocking, of finding the time to actually get these calls or attempts made. How does he do that? What do you recommend?
Well, I mean, finding the time is something for any business owner, for any person, really. It's about getting up early in the morning, making the time, right?
So the answer, Josh, is to get up earlier in the morning and make your calls.
I mean, there's time to make phone calls, but the important thing here to remember is these are the priority phone calls.
Yes.
The calls the contacts that we're handing you or that you're getting from your video marketing plan, these are the people who are the most engaged with the content you're sharing.
These are the most important calls to make, Josh.
Correct.
So instead of you reaching out to people who don't know who you are or maybe not are engaged at having a conversation with you, when you get back the report we send you, 2-3 days after a video goes out, with who clicked and engaged in the content in the emails, those are the first people I would call.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Those are the priority people.
Correct.
Making sure that those people in your database who are clicking on your content, who are engaging with your content, who have questions for you to answer are the people you're reaching out to first. So the thing is, you're not going to be able to call maybe every single person on that open click report that Frank is talking about, because there might be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. You may not have time
a lot of people are maybe opening the email, but who's
Correct.
Actually watching the video? Or
the high priority people are highlighted on that report. They're at the top. Those are the people who are clicking on your content, who are watching your videos, who are have questions for you.
Yeah, and typically it's maybe 20, 30 people. It's usually under 100. Depends upon the person.
Depend. And the thing is this, the health and size of your database is going to inform how many of those high priority contacts you have and how to engage
So,
with them.
Josh, to answer your question, you're already making calls. You're already reaching out to people. Just do these first, and you already have the time. And these are the people that are engaged with you. All right. The next question is, I believe, is what to say,
right,
or kind of what to reach out, or at least I want to cover that.
How to reach out to those people. And the important thing
So let's cover that.
Is you're asking for feedback. No matter what your business is, no matter what you're trying to get from your database, if you're sending out helpful videos, it's always important to ask people, how can I make those videos more helpful? How can I be more educational? Ask for questions is a great way to do this. It's going to tell you what questions you should be answering on your next videos, as well as put you in front of the people you want to be talking to and helping them out, adding value.
So when you call the people that are watching your videos, hopefully you have their email address already in your database. If not, you can research it online, especially since you're calling real estate professionals. It should be easy to find their emails, maybe a consumer, or their phone numbers.
Sure.
But the script is very simple, at least what to say. You're going to reach out to them and say, hey, this is Josh. I see you subscribe to some of my helpful videos about growing your real estate business. The only reason for my call is just to ask what questions can maybe answer for you in some upcoming videos. I want to be helpful. That should start the conversation, and then you can take that from there.
Yeah, exactly. And we have an updated open click report coming out for our Vyral clients where you'll see your call script for how to reach out for feedback. And that's going to just help you move through those contacts that we do send you quickly, easily, with the language that we recommend.
And I have an example right here.
Exactly.
You can take a look at. And
that script is going to be helpful for any business, for any recruiting, real estate, mortgage, chiropractic, whatever you are. Okay, if you're asking for feedback, asking to answer questions, trying to be more helpful, it's important to use that language when you're reaching out to your database.
Yep.
The last piece on this is making sure you're reaching out to them multiple times. So we have 5 attempts blocked off on this sheet that we provide for you. 5 might be a lot for your industry, but the point being, anywhere between 3, 5, it depends, but you want to reach out multiple times. You want to make sure that you're trying to get in contact, particularly with those high priority contacts, with a phone call, an email conversation starter, multiple times.
Yeah, what we found usually reaching out to someone that may not have the strongest relationship with, they're just a subscriber, is that just one phone call or email may not actually get the response. If you start doing 2 or 3, or if you want to get crazy and go 4 to 5, that would definitely do it. All right. So the last part of your question, Josh, was what about delegating someone else making those calls for you? And absolutely it works all day long. That would be your executive assistant making the calls, a calling assistant. It could be your concierge. You can have people call it a concierge, but nothing changes other than they're making the calls instead of you, and the script just changes a little bit. It's simply Josh asked me to call you, and Josh wanted to let you know. So let's just kind of share how that would go. Let's say I was your calling assistant, Josh. I would say, hey, Bob, this is Frank. I'm calling on behalf of Josh, who is the team leader here at, in fact, you're at Keller Williams Realty. I understand you subscribe to some of the videos he's sending out, and Josh wanted me to call you just to say thank you, and he wanted to know if there's any questions that he could answer for you on an upcoming video. Do you have any questions about sales or marketing or a transaction or a business that maybe he can answer? I'll pass it on to Josh. Great, thank you. By the way, Josh also wanted me to invite you to this event. He wanted me to let you know that he's available to speak one-on-one, whatever it may be. Would you like me to let Josh know of that?
Yep.
That's it. And then your assistant would just bring you those people that are ready for a callback from you. And that's a very effective way of serving your database and hopefully proactively getting business from your database. So Josh, thank you so much for your question. $25 gift card coming your way, my friend. If I had the gift cards here, I'd actually do a drawing for what gift card it would be, but I don't have them here yet, but you expect a nice gift card in the mail. And let's go ahead and move on to our next question.
Hey, Frank and Scott, what's going on, guys? Nick Sakkis here with the Sakkis Group at Keller Williams in Tampa, Florida. Quick question for you guys. So, I'm already implementing the Vyral Marketing database videos, which is 2 educational videos a month, working out very well. I do want to take it to the next level, and what I mean by that is Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I feel like they're both underutilized. Not many people are doing them yet, so can you give us some best practices, like some tips on when it would be appropriate to go live, maybe how, or just any tips that you have for that? Also, now that the Google Hangouts are no longer available, are you guys going to be going to YouTube Live with your interviews, since I know you guys always use Hangouts before? So that's it for me. Thanks for the show and everything you guys do for us. I really appreciate it. Take care.
All right, Nick, thanks for submitting the video. Much appreciated. You, sir, get a $25 gift card. If I had the gift cards here, I actually would go in right now and we would choose which you'd get. Would it be Buffalo Wild Wings? Would it be...
That'd be very exciting.
Google Play, Target, all the ones they have at the different stores.
This
We
section
actually
of
would
the show
choose
would be
one.
much more entertaining to get a giant bowl of that right here.
So the $25 gift card to be determined, but if you submit a question to the show and we answer here on the show, you get a $25 gift card. We'll actually do a drawing of what card that is on the show. I hope I get Cheesecake Factory someday. I like Cheesecake Factory. All right, anyways, so Nick, first off, when you record your video, if you're recording vertically, I want you to record horizontally, so turn that camera horizontally. Never shoot a vertical video. Always shoot horizontally. You look a lot better and it'll fit the frame better. But with that, let me answer your question. Live video is all the rage right now, and YouTube live streaming and Facebook live streaming, and how can you capitalize that in your business? Now, first off, thank you for being a Vyral Marketing client. You're shooting your 2 videos a month, going out to your database, educating the people you know so you attract business. But instead of you showing up to the webcam, I believe what he's asking is, could you show up to the webcam with us when we interview you, but instead of just recording it and then editing it, could that be a live interview? And I would say absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. The challenge is what is the technology to pull that off? So that's what I want to kind of cover here. So first you have YouTube Live. Now, it used to be Google Hangout. It's still Google Hangout.
It is. The underlying technology is still Google Hangouts on air.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, let me actually introduce Matt Johnson to you. So Matt Johnson is my friend. He actually used to work here at Vyral Marketing. He has his own consulting firm right now called Pursuing Results. Mm-hmm. What do you help people do?
I help people with their interview podcast. So if you want to host your own interview podcast, we book all the guests for you and do all the back-end production promotion to do that.
Yep, you did a wonderful job for us because we booked over 100 people on our podcast that we were running in various industries.
Yeah.
So thank you to that. So Matt has actually been doing a lot of live shows, and I want to invite him on. So you're telling me that Google Plus is no longer linked to Google Hangouts, but Google Hangouts still exists, but your Google Hangout has to be done through YouTube Live. Explain that.
Yes, all right. So for those, if you know that I co-host a show called Real Estate Uncensored, which we've always run on Google Hangouts. It's a 2-way and 3-way interview show for real estate. And so when this whole transition essentially happened, we were afraid that Google Hangouts was just going to take a dive and no longer exist. So we were already preparing for that with other ways to broadcast live. But what ended up happening is that Google Hangouts on Air, which is the way that you would broadcast a live interview with more than one person, that still exists, but you don't get to it through Google Plus. They integrated it with YouTube. So now you just go into the back end of your YouTube channel, and that's how you set up your event and stream live from there. Now what you lose that you used to have was there used to be this really nice Google Plus page, essentially, where you'd see the live video, and then you had like a Q&A chat app, and there was a place where people leave comments, and there was a description of the event. That's what really went away, but the video technology is still there. So if you still want to run a Google Hangout, you can still do it. It's just a slightly different way of setting up the event and scheduling it.
Good. So let's take a look at it. So I'm inside YouTube here, and this is the back end of our YouTube. And if you want to create a new live event where it's a live on YouTube, you just click New Live Event in the back end of your YouTube account. And I guess it's pretty darn simple. You put in, is it going to be live now? What's the title? What's the description? Choose the date of the event. use quick Google Hangouts on here and click go live now.
Yeah, if you want to do one right this second, it's literally just go live now.
Yep.
And you can choose whether it's public or unlisted. So the same options for a regular YouTube video.
So I click go live now, and then it should open up the normal Google Hangout on air option, which we're very familiar with.
Yep.
And then there's be a share link. Hi. There'll be a share link down here. That's the YouTube link that you share with everyone.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready to go live, after this loads down here, it'll actually say start broadcast, and you can broadcast. And it goes right to YouTube, just like everything else, and you could do it this way. However, next question was, how can we do Facebook Live?
Yes.
Now, this doesn't go to Facebook Live.
it
This
does
is just goes to YouTube and YouTube Live,
Right.
but no one's on.
Yeah, nobody's hanging out on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So you can embed that in your website if you have a following and you want to send people to your website. That's great. But let's take a look at a platform that allows you to broadcast interviews and with multiple people straight into
about
Facebook.
how to run your real estate business on.
So this here is Matt doing a live Facebook stream with 2 people. Because right now, Facebook Live is only one way. You have to talk to Facebook, and then you have your audience.
One to many.
One to many. But now you can have another guest on. So how do you do this? Because Facebook doesn't let you do it.
Yes. No, they do not. Now that may change, but at least for now, you have to use an outside technology. So what we've been playing around with, it's a company called Blue Jeans, and they've been around for a long time. So I think over 6 years, and what they've done is they link up like video conferencing rooms for super high-end clients like Coke. So this is a super stable, super reliable like enterprise platform, and they developed a Facebook Live integration so that their corporate clients could go live to their huge audience bases. Well, then they realized, holy cow, all these small and medium-sized businesses started jumping on it and asking like, hey, can we get access to this? So they're actually creating a version of it. So we were fortunate enough to get in on a free trial of it. It works phenomenally well. The platform itself is rock solid. Essentially, it's very similar on the back end to setting up a Google Hangout. It's a little bit more, a few more steps, a little bit more complicated to setting up a Google Hangout, but the principle is the same. You get 2 or 3 or 4, however many people you want on the inside, and then when you go live and you start your broadcast, it pops up a little Facebook box, and you just choose, based on what Facebook account you're logged in under, you can broadcast your personal profile, a page that you manage, or any group that you're a part of.
Cool. So I'm actually on Blue Jeans' website, so bluejeans.com. Why is it called Blue Jeans? Like, do you wear blue jeans?
I don't know.
Doesn't make
I'm sure
sense.
there's a deep corporate.
I'm sure there's a reason.
Anyway, he's actually on bluejeans.com/primetime, which is the page for their broadcasting part of it. And then if you go down to the bottom, at least for as of right now when we're shooting the video, there's a section called Blue Jeans for Facebook Live, or there's a bar at the bottom where it actually says, hey, if you're interested in Facebook Live, click here. And so that's what they're driving people to now. And right now it's a free trial that you can request to join. I don't, Frank, you haven't got your approval yet.
Nope.
So.
But I'll be hopefully getting on that. So to answer your question, Nick, yes. If you want to do one of your videos with Vyral Marketing and your Vyral Marketing specialist who interviews you on your webcam, if you want to try doing that live, I would love that. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that's where the direction things are heading. Yeah. It'd also be more natural to do it live if you're comfortable with that. But if you want to go to Facebook Live and do it right on Facebook, we're going to have to get the Blue Jeans integration, which isn't even available to everyone yet. Right. But when it is, that's something we will definitely have here. Or at least we'll use internally for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thanks for asking the question. $25 gift card your way, Nick. All right, so thank you for watching the Vyral Marketing Show. We plan on doing a show every single week answering questions, and we have time. I'll do a marketing tip. No marketing tip today because we took 2 very important questions I want to answer. You can subscribe on iTunes. We should be live on iTunes now. Every single week you get a copy of the episode. You can also ask us a question on social media, Facebook, Twitter, hashtag Vyral Marketing Show, @, whatever it is, so we're mentioned and we know you ask it. And if we pick your answer or question on the show, we'll definitely send a $25 gift card your way. At least for now, that's our plan. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.